Hello, the game has started and my opponent is opened with bingo enabled. I have a very poor rack and I'm just wondering if it's worth changing on this one. I can play Auk here. It's probably just slightly better than changing for 19. Still vowel heavy, but that's no surprise. I did leave quite a few vowels on the rack last turn. J hotspot at 6F could be damaging. And yeah, this rack does not hold out the promise of a high score. I have a round. I have Duane. That's not bad. 14. Now opponent's player Fav does give me a little bit of hope. So I've got Arrow. Or 1. Hmm. $22. Well, what does Arrow score? 19. Better rack leave, but I think I'll play 1 here. For 22. Okay, still vowel heavy. Parousia from a P, I think. Shame there's no P available. Saori is a bingo. Saori. Wow. Will that be... Nope. Unfortunately, I don't get to play this bingo. Opponent plays Yacona and scores 18. Wow, now there is the Q to play through. But Saori, does that really not play? S-A-O-U, no it doesn't. It does. Sky is good. Saori, 68. Okay, duplicates, but still some scoring potential here. Whiteyest? No. I don't know about Whitey spelled that way. Withy is good. So, opponent's taken a really good scoring spot for me there. That's a shame. I could have got well and truly back into the game there. W-I-T-H-Y would have been close, mid-50s it would have been. But such is life. We will have to find something else. Now I've got 2 here. for 30. Not a terrible rack leave if I dodge the other eyes. What about HI here? 37. That's hard to pass up. I'm going with this. Not great. The WU combo pretty awful at the best of times. And the board itself, well, not offering a great number of opportunities. Witter. There will be some plays through this double word square that incorporates the QI. Maybe not. I was thinking of something else there. So the WAF play is still available for 30. Val heavy leave, not ideal. Sowery takes an S. Opponent might be close to the bingo there. And no real way of me scoring with a word parallel to Sowery. Yeah, not seeing any great options here. Twite. Yeah, the 30-point play of WAF still appearing best, even though the rack leave is pretty poor. I'm not going to score anything close to 30. Opponent plays foe, so it doesn't help me at all. So I think I'll go ahead and play 2 for 30. Now that's looking pretty good. Suetia. And if opponent doesn't take the spot in row 15, I'll pounce. Suetia, wow. What are the chances of that remaining available? 2 S's and 2 blanks to come. Now what about the D if opponent does take that spot? Erudites? No, I don't think it takes an S because it's an adjective. Although sometimes these words do. Suetia, wow. I don't think enabled can take an S. Although sometimes these adjectives, they do take S's. Not common, but occasionally. Now what about the B? Oh, opponent plays Oi. So Suetia for 82. Now hotspot identified a J14 across to the double word square. That could be quite damaging. Yep. If if opponent doesn't take that spot, although I might have Prude. I don't know about Prudy, but Prude would definitely score well. Prudely. Wow. I wonder if Prudely watering. Nice bingo by opponent. Now Prudely and Boy. That could be an option. Prudely. Huh. That would be 75. What about here? 82. Nope. Prudely is not a word. And I did have my doubts. But is there a bingo here? Prelude. Oh, prelude is good with an I, but not with a Y. I don't think. Prelude, it has to have an I at the end, not a Y. Okay, so what about Prudy? Prudy, nope. And Prudy, nope. So let's just go with Prude for 42. De-style, styled, restyled. I don't think de-styled is good. Might be. De-style. Prudely. Prudy. De-style. Die-style, I think, is good with an I. But not de-style. Steedly. What about Steedly? Steedly. De-style. Restyled is definitely good. But there's no R to play from. Prude, but maybe it's best to just cut this one off. Play of Yest for 42 kills a very useful bingo lane. Steedly, why am I? That word keeps coming to mind. Opponent taking some time with this move. Die style, but not D style. Very close, the scores. Opponent very close to a bingo, I'd say. Taking as much time as this, I'd say he's looking for a big play here. Still the Z, X and J to come, all the heavyweights apart from the Q, which was played earlier. Yakona, not one you see every day either. Wow, opponent plays Vrow now. The one I was thinking of was Steedley. No. And the other one was D-Style. D-Style. I don't think D-Style is good. I'm going with Yest for 42 because of the strategic merit. And the V definitely doesn't help this rack, I don't think. Okay, I have one vowel to work with, which is not great. Opponent low on time. So perhaps I need to use that to my advantage. I could play opponent down to a minute and a half. Oh, okay, he's played Ob. Crams and booze. It's 24. Wow, I've drawn the second blank. And 14 tiles remain, including the two heavyweights, so the game far from over. Now I've got fail from F2 across, but I don't think there's a bingo here. Wow, there might be now. Mare, opponent's created some floaters for me to use. Daffodil. No O or F to play through. That's a shame. I'm going to play fail here. For 33. Ouch. No vowels whatsoever. That was unfortunate. Really unfortunate. The vowels and the consonants, yeah, pretty unbalanced now, but wow. Madding. Javel. Okay, so 2 tiles in the bag. Opponent scored well with the J, and he's pretty close now. I'm playing Madding here for 14. No. No, opponent's got... Wow. I think I'll play Mend for 16. Wow, that is so unfortunate. Just could not get a vowel in the last few turns. Opponent's got the X, he's going to score well with it. And I've got 4 minutes, but I've got to score very well with the Z. And opponent's low on time. I think it's got to be Tiz. Opponent very low on time. Okay. So final score 447 to me, 429 to opponent. Thank my opponent for the game. Wow, that was pretty good. Let's see what we missed. Enabled was opponent's opening play, then Alk for 19 was my top play there. Top play for opponent Vav, and he plays that. Now 1 for 22, but Ronio for 26. Yeah, Ronio was the play, I'd say. Definitely. So that was a bit of a miss. Yakona, but look at Kaid. 54. Is that worth burning a blank for? Well, equity's pretty close, so maybe it's not. And as it happens, I had great tiles to go with the Q, so I would have been... If I didn't spot the bingo, I could have played something through the Q. Now, Sayari and Raulias, there's another one, which would have been a safer spot. But Sauri did score 6 extra points, I guess. And then opponents got Winey for 36, which was the top play. High for 37 was best from this rack. And then White Pot. Wow. White Pot into configurations. Didn't know that word. Opponent goes with Foe. And now 2 was the highest score, but Analyzer suggesting Weta and Fot for 23, a better rack leave, yeah. But only 1 point in it, equity-wise. And now Val heavy for opponent, but he's got the blank. So he goes with Oi. And Suetia then comes down for 82. And opponent's got an amazing rack here. Watering for 86. Wing beat, getting the G doubled. Would have been a few extra points, but not a word I'm familiar with. Wing beat. Is that... avian jargon, perhaps. Watering comes down. Now, prude or preddy was pretty good. Prude, I finally got down after trying a few non-words. Prude for 42 looks alright. Now, varia for 29. Where was that? Getting value off some other tiles on the board. Opponent goes with vrow to balance the rack, and I thought I better take out the super hot lane with an S and a blank to come, and no playable bingos here. Die style is the one I was mixing it up with. D style, not a thing, but restyled would have worked if this R was out in the open. So Yest was simming best. Now opponent's got a great rack here, but no playable bingo, and he plays Ob, one of the top players on offer there. Now Val dry, and the vowels are low at this point when you look at the distribution of vowels versus consonants. Best possible score would have been Deem. Wow, that is quite nice. 28 and Dur. Deem and Dur. Yeah, I like that. I went with Krems because I also thought controlling the board would be a good move, especially if a 4-timer came down. It's lights out. But Mare was a nice play by opponent. He's close, but he just needs to get rid of one of these I's or E's. And he goes for score. Now there's 20 points, 25 points in it. Look at this. Defilade. Okay, ladified I should have spotted. To turn into a lady. And that was playable in a few different spots in there. So, yeah, I played fail, which scored well. And opponent now has jovial for 48. Goes with Javel for 46, which seems fine. And I'm struggling now with no vowels, and I'm thinking what to do. So 16 for Meng. I went with Mend. I wanted to get rid of one of the D's, and but actually getting rid of the G would have been better because, yeah, it's easier to get rid of two D's together than a D and a G together. So, yeah, not a huge amount in it. But now, look at this. A 30-point play for doxing wouldn't have given much back to me. Doxing, 30 points would have put opponent in the lead by 2. And I've got these tiles remaining. He would go out with LT somewhere, surely. Guilt. Or let. Or look at this, litre, Litre. That would have been a 10-point play. So if he plays doxing, what do? I mean, I've got 31 here, but a lot of count back I lose. I wonder if there's a Z play. Gets the Z doubled. Nope. Not that I can see. Res, I suppose, is the best I can do after doxing. So that would have been interesting because opponent goes out first. It would have been very close. Anyway, opponent goes with Dixit. He was under time pressure as well. So, Dixit. Yeah, and then, wow, Coase. Where was Coase? Oh, of course, I didn't even look at that spot. That was massive. So, Doxing would have blocked that spot as well. Wow, but what about, yeah, all of these are in that same spot, 13L. It's just, yeah, Doxing, I think, might have taken the game. And then gone for 22, no, not enough. Opponent goes out. Yeah, from that point, there's no coming back. Because I've got the blank as well. So that was the end of the game. Pretty interesting. And pretty close at the end there. I think Doxing would have put the cat amongst the pigeons. Hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.